Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Hello and Assalamu alaikum viewers. My name is Shaheen and I'm student at Shaheen School of Vapi campus, level 1 student. So today we are going to do called ChatGPT conversation 25 minutes. So let's start without wasting any more time. So today our topic is how do animals adapt to survive in extreme climates? This is a question. So let's start without wasting time. So, okay. Hello, ChatGPT. Can you hear me?
Absolutely. I can hear you loud and clear. How can I help you today?
So, ChatGPT, today we are going to do an interview, you and me, and our audience will see our interview. So, are you ready?
Absolutely. I'm ready and excited. Let's dive into it and have some fun with the interview. Just let me know the topic or any questions you have in mind.
Okay, so our topic is how do animals adapt to survive in extreme climates? Tell something on my topic.
Absolutely. Animals have some amazing adaptations for extreme climate. For instance, in freezing environments, animals like polar bears have thick fur and a layer of blubber to keep warm. Meanwhile, in hot deserts, creatures like camels have adaptations to conserve water, like storing fat in their humps and having long eyelashes to protect against sand. It's fascinating how nature equips them to thrive.
Okay, so my next question from you that my first question from you guys that can tell our viewers that what does the word adaptation means in animals?
Great question. In animals, adaptation refers to the process by which they develop traits or behaviors that help them survive and reproduce in their specific environments. These adaptations can be physical, like camouflage or specialized body parts, or behavioral, like migration patterns or nocturnal activity. Over time, these traits become more common in the population, helping the species thrive.
Your answer. So my next question from you that can you tell our viewers that um, why do animals need adaptations to survive, to take care, to help them, to provide them and their babies food?
Absolutely. Adaptations are crucial because they help animals meet the challenges of their environment. For example, adaptations can help them find and secure food more efficiently, protect themselves from predators, and cope with extreme temperatures. These traits ensure that they remain healthy and are able to raise their young successfully, passing on those beneficial traits to future generations. It's all about survival and thriving in their specific habitats.
So my next question from you, ChatGPT, that can you tell our viewers, our audience, that what are extreme climates? Can you name some few? I mean that name some few extreme climates and what are they? What why they are important for animals?
Of course, extreme climates include places like deserts, which are extremely hot and dry, and polar regions, which are freezing cold and icy. There are also high altitude environments like mountains where the air is thin and temperatures are low. Each of these climates presents unique challenges, and animals that live there have evolved special adaptations to cope. These adaptations are important because they allow animals to survive, find food, and reproduce despite harsh conditions. It's truly fascinating how life adapts to thrive everywhere.
Okay, so well then, that are really nice. So my next question from you, that ChatGPT, can tell our viewers that which climate do you think is the hardest to survive in? Let me tell you that my answer is that my question
That's
is that some climates have some like particular and which climate do you think it hardest to survive to animals, to birds, any animals you could touch and can.
Absolutely. That's a fascinating question. Generally, extreme cold climates like the polar regions are often considered the toughest for animals because of the extreme cold, limited food sources, and long periods of darkness. However, extreme deserts can also be incredibly challenging due to intense heat and scarcity of water. Each climate has its own unique hurdles, and animals that live there have to be incredibly resilient and well adapted. It's definitely a tough call.
That's pretty. Wow. I'm shocked that you said that, and that is a particular answer and a predictable answer. So my next question comes that how do polar bears stay warm in freezing temperatures? An ice bear is an example of an ice bear that he lives in coldest city as season. So how can he live? Because it was too cold in that season.
Absolutely. Polar bears have some incredible adaptations. They have a thick layer of blubber underneath their skin, which helps insulate them against the freezing temperatures. They also have dense water repellent fur that traps heat close to their bodies. Plus, their large paws help them walk on the ice and swim in cold waters. All these traits together keep them warm and allow them to thrive in one of the harshest environments on Earth.
Well, so ChatGPT and my question is like different from my topic that um, my topic is like animals between. So I'm saying that tell me that what the polar bears attack some people or let me give you an example that I'm touching polar bear and like a bear that is I live in high school, so what he will do?
That's an interesting scenario. Polar bears are actually very powerful predators, and they can be quite dangerous if they feel threatened or if they're looking for food. They generally see humans as potential prey, especially if food is scarce. So if you were to encounter a polar bear in the wild, it's really important to keep your distance and stay safe. In general, it's always best to respect their space and be cautious in their natural habitat.
A polar bear, not a polar bear, like a snow bear, I can say that live in a coldest season and a coldest city and country, that way you can say that. So where he will die are a human and he is shooting like a bat. So I have a here and I'm standing here in the coldest season and I'm standing here and inside there is a bear and he will when he will look me, so he will attack me, or when I said that I will touch him, I will that treat it like a bat. So then he will attack to me.
I get what you're asking now. In that scenario, if you were to approach a polar bear and try to interact with it, there's definitely a high risk that the bear would perceive you as a threat or as potential prey, especially if it's hungry. Polar bears are powerful and can be quite unpredictable, so it's always safest to keep a safe distance and not try to touch or approach them. In general, it's best to admire them from afar and prioritize safety for both humans and the bears. Absolutely. Many animals that live in extreme cold climates have thick layers of fat or blubber to help insulate them. For example, whales and seals have thick blubber layers that keep them warm in icy waters. Similarly, animals like walruses and manatees have fat layers to help with buoyancy and warmth. Even animals in colder terrestrial environments like musk oxen and reindeer have thick fur and fat layers to stay warm. It's a remarkable way nature equips them to survive the cold.
Is that why are many attractive animals white in color? Like they have a same color, white. So it's an attractive feeling to creatures' colors. So animal habit.
I see what you mean. Yes, many animals in cold climates have white fur, and that's often an adaptation for camouflage. For instance, animals like Arctic foxes, polar bears, and snow hares have white fur to blend in with their snowy surroundings. This not only helps them avoid predators, but also aids them in hunting prey. The white color is essentially a natural form of camouflage that helps them survive and thrive in those icy environments.
Okay. So, guys, there is question from you that many people said that the rabbits are cute, so cute. But can you tell me that really they are cute rabbits? They are cute. I think that they are not a dangerous for a human being. They are so cute. We can adopt it, and we can release it selective. But I think that they are. I think that also that they are trying to kill a human being and attack to us. But it's real.
Absolutely. Rabbits are generally very gentle and cute, and they're not typically dangerous to humans. They're usually more likely to be timid and might run away if they feel threatened. Of course, like any animal, if they're provoked or feel cornered, they might scratch or bite, but it's quite rare. Overall, rabbits are definitely known for their sweet and gentle nature, making them great pets and companions.
Okay, so my next question is many people also adopt, I don't know, oh my gosh. So many people also adopt some tigers, some lions. So that's attractive. That why do they adopt it? Why do they realize that it's a pet? That the lion and the tiger didn't attack to that man, they attacked to another man. That's a reason. Tell me that.
Yeah, that's a really interesting point. Tigers and lions are wild animals, and even if they're raised in captivity or as cubs, they still retain their natural instincts. While some people do attempt to keep them as exotic pets, it can be very risky because they can be unpredictable and dangerous, especially as they grow older and stronger. It's usually not safe or practical to adopt them as pets, and they're better suited for conservation efforts or living in their natural habitats. It definitely takes a lot of expertise and care to ensure their well-being.
Okay, so my next question from you that why do lions didn't attack to their that who like I pet a lion and he's too small, so he'll get a bigger and a giant lion. So he will attack me or not?
That's definitely something to consider. As a lion grows, it becomes more powerful and its instincts become stronger. Even if it's been raised around humans, there's always a risk that it could become unpredictable or aggressive, especially during certain stages of growth. It's always safest to remember that wild animals, even when they're young, can become dangerous as they mature. That's why experts generally recommend that wild animals stay in their natural habitats or in professional care.
So that is the biggest question. Are cats scratch on our face like our body? So tell me that our cats are dangerous because many people said that cats scratch on our face is very dangerous. So tell me that. I don't like that cats are dangerous because they're so cute, so fluffy. So tell me that the cats are dangerous.
I totally get that. Cats are indeed a adorable, and generally very gentle companions. While they can sometimes scratch or bite if they're frightened or overstimulated, it's usually more of a defensive behavior rather than aggression. Most cats are super loving and affectionate. It's all about understanding their body language and giving them a bit of space when they need it. In general, cats are wonderful pets and bring a lot of joy.
Okay, so my next question from you that tell our viewers tell us tell us a few, not all of the animals' names.
Absolutely, that makes sense. There are definitely a few animals that can have more aggressive tendencies, but most animals, especially domesticated ones, are pretty gentle and can be wonderful companions. It's always about understanding each animal's personality and needs. If you ever have any specific animals in mind, I'm happy to share more details.
Including birds, parrots, and little monkeys. All tell me that all of the animals' name, including all of them.
Absolutely. There's so many animals out there. We have a huge variety across all categories. Mammals like lions, tigers, elephants, and monkeys. Birds like parrots, eagles, and sparrows, and even reptiles like snakes and lizards. Plus, there are amphibians, fish, and countless insects as well. Each group has its own unique traits and characteristics. If you have any particular animal or group in mind, I'm happy to dive into those details.
I forget the name that world's biggest giant whale in the world. But tell me that the name of the shark.
Of course, the largest whale in the world is the blue whale. It's absolutely massive and can grow up to around 100 feet long and weigh as much as 200 tons. As for the shark, the largest shark is the whale shark, which is also enormous and can grow up to about 40 feet in length. Both of these gentle giants are truly fascinating. The blue whale is actually quite gentle and not dangerous to humans at all. They're filter feeders, meaning they eat tiny plankton and krill, not large prey. Their mouths are enormous, but they pose no threat to people. In fact, they're some of the most peaceful giants of the ocean, so you don't have to worry about them being a danger.
Okay, so tell me that it's a mental question that I don't know. The blue whale is in the biggest river that we have seen, but there is in the blue whale is now die or she live now. She is alive.
Blue whales are actually still around, but they're considered endangered due to past whaling practices. Conservation efforts have helped their populations recover somewhat, but they're still at risk and need protection. There are ongoing efforts to help them thrive. So it's definitely a positive sign that they're still living and being protected today.
No, I'm saying that I don't know truly that blue whales are died or they are in the world. I think that they are died. Tell me that true.
I understand your concern. While blue whales did face severe population declines due to historical whaling, they are still present in the oceans today. They're not extinct, but they remain endangered, and conservation efforts are crucial for their survival. There's hope and ongoing work to help them recover. So they're definitely still out there and being protected.
Thank you so much, Rivers. I really like your Annie. Allah Hafiz, Pakistan, Zindabad, Rahan School, Zindabad. Allah Hafiz, ChatGPT.